This clip is brought to you by VegasWinners.com. Get expert sports betting advice from some of the best handicappers in the world. Head on over to VegasWinners.com and win yourself some money.
So the push for the Buried Alive match begins between Taker and Mankind. How do you remember the idea of the Buried Alive gimmick coming to be?
You know, what if we bury someone alive? That's kind of how it starts sometimes. And then you start thinking about, well, can you actually do that, and different ways to do it? The original concept was to do a graveyard match, so that you were actually in a actual graveyard with a hole dug, and then the object was to put your opponent into the hole in the graveyard. And whoever did, and you scoop some dirt on them, and that's the end of that. From there, it became, well, if you're promoting this match, what are you giving the live audience? And do you build a graveyard in the arena? Which is kind of where, you know, we hit that happy medium of doing the grave site in the arena. But the original concept was a graveyard match.
And how does it grow into being this magic trick? Do you guys know someone in quote unquote magic who helps say, hey, what if, or how does that come to be?
Well, you present the issue of what you want to see and what you want to do, and then they create how you can actually see that. So it's giving someone a concept and saying, this is what we'd like to do. Can you make that happen? And they either say yes or no. In this case, they said yes.
So help me understand how you sit down and pitch the real life Mick Foley and Mark Calloway on What If?
I know Mark thought we were crazy. But it was like, okay, because again, I think the graveyard match kind of came from talking to everyone involved and saying, hey, what if we could do this? And everyone was on board. Then you start taking, well, we're going to take it to an arena, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. And thinking of, okay, how does that work? And again, it was just, and I'm not going to give away how we did it, but it was just a matter of, man, that's tough. But also the sell was, you're going to get a match. So the audience is going to get a match, and they're also going to get the Buried Alive. So they got to be a part of it. So that, I think, was the end sell to get everybody in, and then everybody was on board.
The push for Buried Alive is now here, where we've got a tombstone shown of Undertaker and Mankind, and we've got the date of the event and the name on the show, and it's going to be in the Raw entrance way, coming to the ring for weeks leading up to the show. This is just fucking genius marketing, Bruce, here. I mean, people still remember that tombstone to this day. It had to be cumbersome moving that big heavy sumbitch around. My God.
Dude, it was,
cause it's legit. I've seen it. 1,000
pounds.
Yeah.
It was legit granite. It was extremely expensive because it was a legit gravestone. And yeah, it was a pain in the ass to move, and they're somewhat fragile as well.
But you got it done. And even though as you're touring, I mean, every show you're at, this tombstone is at, it's a constant reminder of the, pardon the pun, grave circumstances to an event like this. You just walk past the tombstone that's got the date, and I mean, really, kudos. Who deserves
beautifully done?
Who deserves the props for that marketing?
You know, that was, I mean, I guess us. That was just something that we did, and it was a beautiful reminder every week of what's going to happen. And you see that in just the imagery of it is magnificent to go, man, this is going to be cool. What the hell are they going to do? Our art folks came up with a nice little rendition of it, and then the tombstone people took it from there.
They did a fantastic job with it. And just the idea that you have it at every Raw in the aisleway or by the entrance set. It's just fantastic stuff. Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.